Hello, welcome to the Next Year of Beer blog. This is another blog post about Sharp's beers. The last one was about Sharp's B, which was their barley wine that had been hopped with Bobek hops, which gave it a lovely kind of dirty, slightly earthy quality. This post is about the brewer Stuart Howe's 52 Brews in a Year project. The beer that we're reviewing today, I was going to say it's a white label, but it's a green label in handwriting. I'm guessing it's Stuart's handwriting. And so this first brew is what he's described as being a Trappist IPA. Now the whole project, basically, he's decided to try and brew a different beer every week for a whole year, and that's on top of kind of running Sharp's brewery. He's got a little kind of Pico brewery set up down there that he uses for this sort of thing. It's an interesting project. It's slightly mad. I don't think I've managed to review 52 or video review 52 beers a year, but he's going to brew them. I don't know how many of them I'm going to be able to review, but he sent me some of them. So the Trappist IPA, it's a lovely kind of chestnut brown colour, and you instantly get like the idea that it's a Trappist beer on the nose. It's got a really big, powerful fruitiness to it. There's a lot of red fruit and a lot of dried fruit in there, and a slightly solventy quality as well. There's no getting away from the fact that this beer has a big old wallop of alcohol in it. You get a little bit of it on the nose, and the palate, which is slightly sweet, very, very slightly warming, and then the aftertaste as it goes down again, you get a bit of warmth, and then the bitterness starts to build just after the swallow. I guess that's the concept that Stuart was kind of going for, maybe, was to take all the qualities of a Trappist beer, but try and work a lot of hop character into it as well. It's an unusual beer, but that's not to say that it's an unpleasant beer. I don't think I've ever tried anything quite like it. It's not really in that kind of double IPA style. It's absolutely nothing to do with kind of American imperial IPAs. It does have a really, really clearly defined Trappist character that's a little bit hard to kind of pin down, but it's to do with the malt flavours in it, and the kind of there's a fresh red fruitiness and a big dried fruitiness as well. But then really unusually for a big sweet Trappist style beer, you get a big dose of hops after the swallow. And it's good, it's unusual, but it's good. I've never tasted anything like it. So that's a little video summary of the first brew in the 52 Brews a Year series. If you want to actually meet Stuart, and I know that he's going to be presenting some of these beers at Tasting Beer Live or Beers of the World Live at Birmingham NEC, that's Birmingham UK rather than Birmingham Alabama. He's going to be presenting these on June the 18th, I think it is. So if you want to meet a really interesting brewer who not only is producing one of the fastest growing volume cask beers in the UK, but is also a pretty dab hand at producing really unusual, intriguing beers, I would suggest you get along to that event. So far I think we're about 14 or 15 weeks in. There's only been one disastrous beer, but I've got about another half dozen of them that I'm going to try and review sporadically across the year. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping that I don't think he's going to send me one of everything, but I'm hoping that he's going to send me a few more as well. Particularly, we've got a Hopfenweiss coming in the late spring, I think, which I'm really looking forward to trying. So Stuart, thanks a lot for this. Good luck with the rest of the project. And like I say, if you want to meet Stuart and try some of his more unusual beers, Birmingham NEC, Tasting Beers Live, June the 18th. Cheers now.